Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you today about UnderWorld, the movie UnderWorld, and I'm gonna break down the symbolism behind it. So, if you watch the movie UnderWorld, they are talking about basically the covenant, the vampire covenant. It does not mean exactly vampires. It means because vampires comes out at night. Okay, so they are talking about the aspects of the moon. Okay, and the lead character on that movie is Selene. Selene is basically was raised by God of the moon. Okay, God of the moon. Remember when the covenant they were saying, he sleeps not to be awakened, and he sleeps through centuries and only to be awakened when there is a big issue or problems need to be dealt with. Okay, remember when was she had an issue about the covenant being under threats, and she ended up waking. They call them the elders, which is the covenant of the moon. Okay, God of the moon, or God the creator, is not the father of Selene, the moon goddess, because if you remember throughout the movie, they said that her family got destroyed, her village got destroyed, and she was a human initially. She was human, and she was made a goddess by God, by the Creator. Okay, because he said, "I took you in." If you remember some of the scenes, he says, "I took you in. I raised you like my daughter, like my own." Okay, so this is just symbolic. Okay, God never have kids. He did not have children. Okay, and that's what they're telling you. So, why they chose the name Selene? Selene is, I believe, from Greek mythology. I think Roman mythology or Greek, one of them. Selene is goddess of the moon. If you look at selenium supplements. If you look at selenium supplements, just Google it. Google it. Selenium supplements is a supplement that named after the goddess of the moon. Okay, and that's what it means. So if you look it up, just Google it, and you'll find out what I'm telling you is true. So the Selene, and remember when the covenant said Selene ended up falling in love with the Lycan. The Lycans are the Lyran, basically the lion people or the cat people. Okay, and if you sometimes you hear like it rains outside, the thunder is the aspect of the lion. It's like roaring lion, so it's also aspect of the sun. Okay, so if you hear it, it's mostly also aspect of the sun. Okay, and Lyran is a presentation of the sun, basically. And so Selene ended up falling in love with the Lycan, which is a werewolf. Werewolf is cat. That's what they're trying to say. And then they end up having a daughter. And you know what their daughter's name? Their daughter's name is Eve. Remember when the covenant looked at Eve's eyes, because she have both the sun and the moon. Selene being the goddess of the moon and god of the sun is Lucian. Lucian is Lucifer, morning star. Okay, Lucian. It couldn't be any clearer like that when they just changed, the CIA. Like, no, they changed the I-A-N in the end. Lucian. Basically, the sun and the moon got together and created Eve. Okay? And remember when they were saying, when Eve, no, the sun and the moon was being captured and being put in those glass, like dome thing with water, remember? Eve went and released her mother. Okay? She released her mother, and her mother was awoken. Remember? So Eve, and remember when they looked at the covenant, looked at Eve and her eyes, because she had her eyes was like black, and it has like a ring of, the ring, the solar eclipse ring, I think it's called, or lunar eclipse, one of them. Okay, in her eyes. And remember the covenant said, what you have done, you created an abomination, because they did not approve of this union. Okay, you have created an abomination. That's what they said. And but they said in a prophecy, Eve will unite all nations. Basically, the Lycan and the covenant, the vampire covenant. So Eve and the covenant were in black because they're representing the moon. Okay? And the Lycan is a day walker, a night walker, similar to the moon. Now, when you go outside, you see the moon in a broad daylight. At night, you see the moon. The sun is the same thing. Okay? So you see it at day, and at night, it does not really go to, it disappears. It's a cycle. You know what I mean? It will become a moon somewhere else, it become a sun. Like, it's a cycle. So they end up having this daughter her name is Eve. And they said in the prophecy, in the movies, they said she is the unifier of all nations. Eve, I don't think they had Adam in the movie, but they just had Eve. She was just being born. I think that was the third movie or fourth. I can't remember the third. So Adam never really showed up in the picture yet. But so Eve went on having the human race. She's a unifier for all human race. We all a creation of Eve. You understand? So that's what they're trying to tell you. So, and they were showing that goddess, the moon, she ended up killing god of the moon. And remember when the elderly, was awake, and he's like, who dared to wake me? Or he was mad. And anyhow, then they end up fighting because of Eve, the creation of Eve. And then she ended up slicing him in the head with her sword. Remember that scene? So that's what it means. But this scene doesn't make sense to me. Like, how could you can't kill God, you can't really kill, you know what I'm saying? It's like, It's virtually impossible. Anyhow, but that's what they're saying. It's symbolic for something else, and yeah. So, and also, the other thing I wanted to talk. So this is like breakdown of. This is a breakdown of the underworld, okay, and what the symbolism is behind it. Eve, Lucian is Lucifer, and then the moon is Selene, okay, and then they created the moon, and the sun got together, and, you know, and they created Eve, okay. So the other thing I also want to talk about is the equinox tomorrow, the 20th, okay. I'm also quite certain there's a lot of energy also going to be released tomorrow, the 20th. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, the Lyran. And apparently the Lyran and Draconian are at war. The Lyran and Draconians are at war with each other, okay? And basically the Lyran is a mixture of many races, okay? And the Lyran also hold part of reptilian DNA, okay? Because humanity has, remember, the lower part of the brain, why they call it reptilian brain, because we hold that as well. You hold the reptilian aspect, but which is the reptilian aspect is that I remember I posted a video about us being Nagas. We are both the Nagas and Lyrans, reptilians and Lyrans together, okay. And if you I'm going to post a video on a link to a video here on the comment section. You just watch it. It will break down 12 traits of Lyrans. Who are they? Okay? And also we will highlight about reptilians or Draconians. I think Draconians are a little bit different. I think reptilians are the serpent race. Draconian are a little bit different than us. I think this is my understanding from it. But you can tell me otherwise. Do you think reptilians and Draconian are the same? I'm thinking the serpent race are different. Serpents are different than Draconians. Okay? So I think we are star seeds, or 144,000 are a combination of serpent race, which is the serpents, or dragon people, the dragon, and they are part also Lyran, okay. But if you watch this video, I'm gonna link down below. Out of 12 traits, I've got 11. So pretty sure 100% I'm part Lyran as well. Okay. So let me know what you think. Do you agree, or you think I have missed something?